Hi folks, out in the shed again. You may have heard of a song years ago called Whiskey on a Sunday, but today what we are going to do is going to be cabbage on a Sunday because I am just getting a grow bag ready for sowing a bit of cabbage in, and in case, but I won't say in case, I hope you can see an improvement in the video quality, because for the first time today we are trying out an actual video camera rather than on the phones. I actually bought this camera as a present to myself, sort of coming out of the winter going into the spring, when I was just, there's no point in trying to dress it up. I was just stuck in a bad bout of depression and I just needed something to kickstart me getting out of it. So what we did was we went off and got the camera, and I didn't actually, I had it a while before I realised that you could actually record video on it as well. So today is actually the first time we've actually tried recording video on it. I'll get Susie to just help me tip that in, because if I try doing it all myself it will be all the way out the door. But so listen, I'll come back to you when I have the bucket full and we'll see what we'll do then. Now folks, just after putting in a bit of cabbage into the grow bag, and what you just seen me doing there this second was putting in a label along with it, so we'll have an idea of what it is when we're going around spraying it. And I will just ask my beautiful assistant to hand me the sprayer, and there, whoop, there we are. There is the sprayer, and we'll just give them a drink to start them off. And by the sounds of that, ladies and gentlemen, the battery in the sprayer is nearly kaput, but we'll get the bit done for this evening. And I have to wash out a few tubs and a few other bits, but hopefully there'll be enough in it to get that done, and then it'll be time for the Sunday evening takeaway. Just saying that keep an eye out on www.boylantalksport.com over the next couple of days, maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow, although this is after putting in a few hours that could have been spent in the office, but it's too warm and too good of a day to do it. But basically I'm in the middle of writing a piece at the moment, going into a little bit more detail about the origins of how I got into what I like to call vegetable farming, and stating that I didn't in fact lick it off the ground by any means, and giving you a little teaser of what developments we'll have coming up in the next couple of weeks, because hopefully if things keep going the way I want them to go, and the way, in fairness, they are going at the moment, we could end up making a little business out of it, but small steps for the time being. I honestly can't believe how much progress we've made at it already, considering that even leaving out the development of the shed and all that, it for something that I suppose started as a bit of a laugh discussion one night around the table, it actually has potential to make into a small little business idea maybe a long time down the line. But look, everything has to start somewhere. I started me writing on an old battery operated typewriter, and look at me now. So I'm not saying I'm going to turn into Alan Titchmarsh or Jerry Daly overnight, but we're on the road anyway. And as long as the wheels can keep turning, I'll be happy enough. Now folks, just to finish off for this evening, I have here something which is completely new to me, I have to say. It's carrot seed put on a strip, which you then put into the bucket. Now, what could I compare this to? As well, from an agricultural perspective, the nearest thing I think you could get to it is the way any of you that know farming, the way maize tends to be planted under plastic, with the upshot that when the sun and the growing conditions are right, it comes up through the plastic then. So I imagine this could be something similar along the same lines, that it's nearly put sitting on top with only a very light covering of soil around it. As I say, I've never seen them before. Susie came across them somewhere online, and before the end of the video she will just show you a close-up of the setup before passing back to me to round up for the day, and we'll catch up with you again soon. There, now folks, that was a good evening's work. He said, even though I don't think I'm entirely finished yet, because I want to wash out them couple of boxes I mentioned at the start of the video. But what did we do? I filled up 2 grow bags, which I can tell you, when you're doing a little hand for, there's a fair bit of work involved in it. And I know somebody will say, could you not just empty it from the tub straight into the bucket? But as far as I'd be concerned, that would completely defeat the purpose, because the whole idea of getting into the vegetable farming was to give myself something to do to pass the time while the dry stock operation is not a runner at the moment. So after filling up the 2 bags, we put cabbage into one. Now, I'd be very, very interested to see how that goes, because it'll actually be the first cabbage we've put down anyway. Now, I know my father used to sow cabbage years ago, but it'll certainly be the first cabbage we put down. And we also put down another lot of carrots, which you would have seen earlier in the video. There was carrots going in off what I could only describe, I suppose, as seed strips. Now, as I said earlier, I'd never seen them before, and certainly what they reminded me of with my farming head switched on and farming background. They were like putting the maize, which many of you I'm sure will know goes on to be turned into either sweet corn or um, the bacon fries that people to be very fond of in the pub at night time. I know I am anyway, I'm nearly addicted to the bloody things, but the maize will be sewn under that plastic with the idea being that the plastic is actually biodegradable. So when the seed starts to come up through it, it disintegrates of its own accord. Now, what I don't know is if the strips which our seeds this evening are going in on are the same, but only time will tell. I never did get to tidy up them two boxes yet. Now I might go back in and do it later, or my gut might get the better of me one way or the other. But I'll round off for this evening, and I will talk to you all soon again, please God.